All right, happy people. I know I am earlier than usual, but I was kind of excited to get into this, being that it's our Reset Wednesdays. And we got some cute stuff in the shop, and also I have other things I want to do today, such as finish my Resident Evil
You are
Platinum
a sight
video.
for sore
I'm about
eyes.
halfway done with that. I think I got the Speed Demon Trophy and the Insanity Run to kind of gloss over, and then that would be done. And then, of course, we have our Let's Make a Movie. So I figure I'll go ahead and take care of that a little bit earlier, which means taking care of this a little bit earlier. But I think we're all good to go. So let's go ahead, bring this down, and we can go ahead and get started. What's up, everybody? My name's Amanda Plays 93. On today's Pop, it's a wonderful episode. We are back with our Reset Wednesdays. Today, I'm going to be honest, I'm a little not weirded out necessarily by the things in the shop. I am a bit confused because it is Droid Day. And the reason why I'm a bit confused is because I was assuming this would show up around May the 4th, because they did that last year with the Star Wars, May the 4th be with you, and also with you, my child. All that fun jazz. But the fact that it's showing up literally like a month in advance. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do want BB because I do love BB. I actually have a plushie, a life-size plushie of BB. And if I would have went to Disney World like I wanted to all those years ago, I would have bought me a BB-8 droid and had him running around. So this would probably be the closest I'll ever get to actually owning a droid. Same thing with R2, it'll be the closest I ever get. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get this. We did pretty well on our Dreamsnap, that's why we're able to afford a lot of this. See, and I'll show off R2. Now, I was stumped because remember, there's still that thing I wanted to get from the Pocahontas thing from last week that's down here. Ah, too far. There we go. Yeah, I still wanted this because I think this would look absolutely wonderful, especially in the Pocahontas area. Because I was thinking about what I could do with Pocahontas, and I think I know what I want to do with her. On Eternity Island, I moved the entire theme park, right? And I know I'm gonna put Maribel and the Lion King section over there. And I'm thinking about also Pocahontas, being that it would be a nice section. Like, let's be 100% real. The only section I could think of that she would look like really, really good is Eternity Island, Forest of Valor, and I want to say one section over in Storybook, but I'm a little iffy on the Storybook thing, being that I still have so much I want to do over there, so I don't know if it'll necessarily fit. But I do at least have an inkling of an idea what I want to do with Pocahontas. Well, let's go ahead, buy this. And then the last thing, because I was kind of on the fence a little bit. I could save up my moonstones to get this, or I could have bought this instead of the other thing. And of course, this house. This house now, I will admit, I saw Mr. Star in the Sky play with it earlier, and it looks cool. Don't get me wrong, it looks cool. But my main thing when it comes to celestial stuff is more towards Wally's area, being that he loves stargazing and stuff. And he already has a house, and of course, he's gonna have his own little section too. So I feel like he doesn't necessarily need this cool looking house. Don't get me wrong, I really wish I could afford this cool looking house. Actually, you know what? Let us save it. In case I change my mind in the future. Because it's one of those, I'm on the fence about it, but I'm also on the fence about. Hello? I broke the shop. I broke the shop. Granted, the game's been a little weird since I got on. Like, it started raining, but yet there was no effect for the rain, and I think the game just. Yeah, the game just froze. The game just froze. Alright, hang on a second, guys. I gotta reset. Sorry about this. Oh, I am so sorry. I was not expecting the game to crash out on me like that. Like I said, it's been acting weird today since I logged on. Like, I don't know what was going on with the rain, but yeah, it was like I was hearing the sound effects of the rain, but there was no visual effects with the sound effects. All right, continue. All right, we're getting back into the game. Yeah, I probably should have reset it after I saw the rain thing to be 100% real. But I didn't think about it. I thought it'd be all right. Come on, game. You're taking a normally long time to load in. There we go. All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Was not expecting the game to crash. Now, if I go back to the shop, is it going to crash again? There we go. But yeah, I was on the fence between this and this because that asteroid thing is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty cool. But it's this that I'm not feeling. I don't like it. I want to like it, but I don't. So I'm like, yeah, do I really want to spend the 15 for something I'm only partially attached to? Because don't get me wrong, this is cool. I think that would look really cool over Wally's whole house and all that fun jazz. But 1,500 and only like one out of the two pieces. So it's one of those, yeah, maybe to skip it. I don't know. That's also something else I was thinking about putting it into the save bundle thing. Unfortunately, you can only use the two, and I already have my two, it seems like. Now, the dress is gorgeous, but I'm not that big a fan on celestial stuff like this. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my celestial stuff, but I'm not going to go crazy over an outfit like this. Like, it's nice, but I could live without it. But I think this would look really cute with Wally. And unfortunately, that's all my moonstones. Hopefully, we do well, because I don't know if this means on May the 4th we're going to get any Star Wars stuff, or they're going to start trickling out the Star Wars stuff all the way up to May 4th. I do not know. I do know that there is one outfit in particular I saw in the leaks that is Star Wars related that I do want, and it is the Padme, I think, Episode 2 outfit, the infamous outfit, the one where Anakin's just like, I don't like sand, so dry and coarse. That outfit, that outfit's supposed to come in the shop, and I do want that outfit. Also, to see if I could recreate that meme. I don't know why. That was one of my favorite memes. I think it's the way he said the lines, to be personally honest. I literally think it's the way he said it. Like, he had no emotion behind it. Just, I don't like sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere. Like, no shit, man. Tell us something we don't know. Why don't you tell us about the trauma related to the sand? Why you can't even look at sand without flinching? Hey, Willie, what's going on, man? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. We had a decent time. We unfortunately had a bit of a hiccup, like literally like 3 or 4 minutes ago, where the game got straight up crashed on me. I went to the shop and it just would not load back in, would not let me back out, so I had to shut down the application and boot it back up. But yeah, we got some pretty interesting stuff in the shop. I personally can live without the dress, like I said, but it is a gorgeous dress. It's some good stuff in the shop today. I want to go ahead and pull this up. I saw it. So, the last thing we left off on Friday was I was working on this. Now, I will say I got this done. I'm happy that I got this done. It was very aggravating. The most aggravating part was I spent over an hour and a half trying to collect everything that was, shiny, and then saving that, and then going back through and collecting anything that he could possibly want in the future. I had 2 chests out front, packed full of everything he could possibly want. But we finally got this done. Oh, and also, I'm sure other people are probably having issues with this as well as I did, but remember, guys, for the beach, blueberries, coconuts, tomatoes, bananas, corn, and sugar cane. So the blueberries. It took me a minute to figure out the blueberries because I completely forgot there are blueberries initially on Dazzling Beach when you first open it up. But it's been about, 2.5 years, almost 3 years since I remember that. So I had to look it up. But as a little reminder, it is blueberries. And everything else kind of self-explanatory, the flowers, the jewels, and all that. And I will say, something else I noticed is right after you get done with the initial one over here, the quest line finishes up and, you lose all the listings for everything. I don't know why after you get done with this one, there's not one for the Dazzling Beast. So you literally have to find this shit on your own without like a listing or a guide. But yeah, we got it done, thankfully. I'm kind of glad to kind of get it out the way because it's one of those things. I'm not too thrilled about this section. And the more I thought about it, the more I really realized the reason why I'm not so thrilled with it is because to me, it does seem a bit pointless. Hear me out. Hear me out. And the reason why I say that is because it would make sense. It really would make sense if all of this was unlocked. All already unlocked, ready to go. So when you say finish the meadow, you can move on and carry on. But you notice we're blocked, which means they're purposely leaving it like this for another part of the update. So it's basically a second half of an update, which means I'm gonna be honest, which means either they're gonna focus highly on one particular part of an update and just have this thrown in as extra filler, or this is gonna, we're gonna have a filler update at some point. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I don't like the way this is all set up. Again, this would make sense if we had this immediately as soon as we opened up the game and got it all those years ago. I guess now is to help newer players. So for, me as an OG player, this means nothing to me. This means absolutely nothing to me. But the fact that they got it blocked in certain aspects, and we're not going to be able to get to certain points in, I guess, certain quest lines and stuff like that, lets me know that it's purposely done like that to slow you down. And I don't like buildings like that. I don't. Like, you're going to implement a building, man. Like, I don't mind slowly on, like with Animal Crossing, with that museum. You know it is how, after you hit a certain threshold, like a certain number of fish, a certain number of this, a certain number of that, you ended up unlocking, like the art gallery, and then this, and then that, and the coffee shop. I don't mind that because you're earning rewards after completing a certain section here. I'm done with the section, yet nothing's opened up here in Disney Dreamlight Valley. And the reason why we're here is because I need pumpkin seeds and what was the other seeds? Squash. Okay. Wait, is that squash? No, that's yams. Tomato, cabbage, yeah. I'm mainly looking for squash. Yeah, let me grab that. I need Did I already pass it and not realize it? Probably. Not in there. Do I not have any squash seeds? I mean, it is possible. It is possible. Because squash is one of those things I really don't have a lot of. Alright, so where do I gotta go to get squash seeds? Yeah, go ahead and buy some. Okay. Squash, squash, squash. Green squash and the bind. Alright, let me just double check, actually triple check at this point, one more time. I know what you're thinking. Amanda, you are legally blind. Stop boring us with checking your chest. Organize better. Which one day I will. One day I will be more organized. But yeah, no, I thought I had some squash seeds just chilling around here. Oh, I do. Alright, transfer. There we go. Actually, before we leave, make sure that's enough. Yeah, I found that out the other day. I was trying to plant something. They wanted a particular amount of it, and I was shy of like 5 or 8 or something like that. It was a very low, minute number. I was very annoyed. I was just like, seriously? Seriously. Okay. Now we're going to plant over here, mainly just because we can probably get this whole plant squash plants, pumpkins out the way a lot quicker with the miracle growth thing that they made me craft. Because I had to craft a potion for growth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I also did take care of some stuff on the Star Path, too, this weekend. No, Willie, there's squash. It's just called ring or rig squash, something like that. It's not the typical squash you would think of. Let's go ahead and get the pumpkins down. Alright, I'm just gonna hold the button, see if she stays on the steady path. Sometimes I do this, she'll start wandering off somewhere. Okay. And then... Damn, I missed 2. I missed 2. That's fine. That is fine. Because when it comes to pumpkins, I got plenty and also got backup, so I ain't too worried about it. All right, calm down. Ladies, chill. I don't know why they were freaking out. I mean, don't get me wrong, gooses freak out for no reason, but I didn't get that reasoning. I guess maybe, hey, look, a pumpkin. All right. Okay. And then corn. Damn it, I forgot to grab the corn. Damn it, I had a feeling walking out that house. Okay, I'll go back in. Luckily, I think I know where the corn seeds are at. Don't worry, I have more corn seeds. Actually, let's bring that one over. Throw that one back. Okay, there we go. Oh, these aren't chickens. These are gooses. And it's Abigail and her sister. Oh, God, what's Star? No, it wasn't Star Path. It was a premium shop thing from a couple of weeks ago. I see a little bit longer than that.
This place overflows with empty sentiments.
Alright, go ahead. And this should be all the corn. Right? Or is it not counting? That didn't count. And I'm conveniently out of go-go juice. Just my luck when it comes to those damn things. There we go. Oh, hang on. I need to go grab another potion. I don't know why they wanted me to craft another one. I could just grab one that I have up here. I crafted way too many for just because it looked cool. There we go. Now let's finish up this corn, and I think that should be it for our rotating duties, and then we'll take a look at some pictures for voting. There we go. Ah! Alright, that's all the rotating duties for today. There we go. Let all that shit grow. I must have misread that, because I thought it was saying get a squash. But I guess in pumpkin, I don't see how they correlate together, but okay. Because even though we actually have squash in the game, granted it's called rig squash or whatever, but it's still squash. Alrighty. Now let's see what today's dream snap is. Cozy dreams. The sun is down. It's time for bed. Time to get cozy. Capture a glowing moment. Oh, a little bedtime thing. Okay, cool. And let's do a little bit of voting. Not too terribly much, though. The reason why I say not too terribly much is because we don't know how these are going to go. Because remember last week, Wednesday's voting was just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah, let's go right. Well, both of these are simple but cute. Yeah, let's go right. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, right. I'm sorry. Just a random chair in the middle of just the field. I don't know why that tickles me. That just tickles me. Um, hmm. Both of them are very simple. You see that they both kind of just threw some stuff out. But we'll go left. That seems a bit more cohesive. Oh, that one's nice. Ah, okay. I like that one too. But I'm gonna give it the left. I think left a little bit more aesthetically pleasing to me. Oh, that's nice. Never really thought about the Mulan thing. Granted, though, Mulan's got some nice stuff from Mother Nature. I know it's called the Marvels of Nature, but it's still Mother Nature. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I thought Mother Nature and that Poison Ivy line from Batman and Robin, I do believe, popped into my head. Hell, I am Mother Nature. Alright, both of these are nice, and usually selfies aren't appropriate, but for this one, it's not too terribly bad. And this one looks pretty cool too, but I kind of want to give it to the selfie, because at least with this selfie, there's the marvel of nature behind them. So we'll go left. Ooh, lovely. I feel like this week's definitely going to be a tough week to beat. Because it means it's literally the marvels of nature. As long as you got a great outdoor nature shot, hell, it could be an indoor nature shot. As long as it's like flowers and or, ocean, freezing temperatures, as long as it looks like it belongs outside in nature, I think you should do pretty good this week. Oh, left. Oh, that's lovely. Okay. Let's go left again, and let's do one more. All right. Oh, that's nice. That is very nice. And we'll go right. Okay, definitely see some high potential, some really good photos this week. Let's go ahead and get dressed for our photo. And I gotta see if I got a bedroom prepared because I know I had a room. I don't know if I ever cleaned out the room. Okay, let's see here. Actually, before I pick an outfit, let me see about my room situation.
Oh, I sure could go for it.
Let me double check in here. Yep, no, I got rid of that bedroom. I know I don't have anything there. I don't think I did anything on the third floor. Let me double check. Yeah, no, I got rid of all the bedrooms here. Unfortunately, I think I cleaned out. Yeah, I think I cleaned out all my rooms and shit. Hang on, let me double check. Damn it, yeah, I got rid of it. Shit. So we're gonna have to build a whole new room. That's fine. We'll figure something out. We'll definitely figure something out. Okay. All right, let's build a room. All right, Sammy, let's go down. Grandpa, I thought you said we were going to town. It's about as close to town as I like to get. Come on, Sammy. You having fun yet? I'm sorry, that line from the Lost Boys popped into my head. I've been watching a lot of like fun facts about the Lost Boys recently. And one of the fun facts is oh god, what was it? Yeah, I don't know if y'all know the movie Stand By Me, but Keith Sutherland was in that movie, like a young Keith Sutherland. Oh my god, he was chef's kiss gorgeous back in the day. And apparently, the theory is Stand By Me and the Lost Boys take place in the same universe. So when his character left Stand By Me after, all the shenanigans of that movie, he went to, oh God, what's it called? Uh, Carlos, Los Carlos or something like that. Goes there and becomes the vampire David. And I was just like, you make a valid good argument, actually, sir. But yeah, no, I actually love that theory. That's actually a pretty interesting theory. Okay. My question is, what kind of bedroom theming do I want? Should I do the theming based on the outfit or based on? Oh, I don't know. All right, hang on. Let me just double check, make sure I'm reading this right, because God forbid I misread that. Decorate and dress a scene from your favorite peaceful dream. Okay. Favorite dream. Okay, so something dreamlike. All right, what do we got bed-wise? What do we got? Got a couple of interesting ones. Okay. Yeah, I like these two. Of course, I like the Hatter. That one's pretty cool. Which we got the book bed. Princess Canopy bed. Ooh, the flower bed. Okay. And of course, the rose bed. All right, those are like the beds that really stand out to me. Of course, we had Nightmare Before Christmas. And this one. All right, now those are all the beds that stand out to me. This one's a little too plain Jane for my liking, even though it is Star Wars. Yeah, a little too plain Jane. I'm looking for something very themey. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? I'm gonna be honest, my eye is really drawn to this bed here. I thought of something really, really cool. We could have like this in the middle, and if I can get some of those Olaf clouds available, I'm a little worried that that may be too snowy, you know? Alright, so let's chalk that one. It's too nautical theme. Too jungle theme. I could do a Nightmare Before Christmas bedroom too. That would be nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and chunk that one. This one. Okay. Because the bed's going to be like the main centerpiece. That's what's going to decide the rest of the room and the outfit. Okay, so looking between the beds we got, I feel like this one could probably go. So then leaves these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let me see here. If I was to do, say, a Nightmare Before Christmas one, do I have some wallpaper that would go with it? Something spooky, something that feels like it would belong in the world, because I don't think we really have any wallpaper for Nightmare Before Christmas. Not too fancy. No. gonna be honest, I don't think we really have anything that stands out with Nightmare Before Christmas when it comes to backdrops. Because again, we got a lot of black, but not exactly what I'm looking for. Hmm. I feel like that's too vivid, you know, too bright. So I feel like we may knock out Nightmare Before Christmas, even though I think that would be a really cool photo, being that first let me have a stroke and then die and then come back and finish my rest of my sentence. Unfortunately, now that I said that, the choo-choo has jumped off the track and I think it's gone. Something about the bed not working. I don't know what the conductor went with my train, but it's gone. It's gone. Goodbye, train. Point is, I don't think we're going to be using the Night Before Christmas one. Okay, so we're getting rid of that one. What about the Alice in Wonderland? We could always do some crazy shit with that. Oh, this is where I wish I had some of the poses from Infinity Nikki, because this is one pose that I have. It's technically a dance I have, but it's basically she goes up into the sky, and at one point she starts falling, and you can like pause the dance and shit, so you can take pictures and all that. And I think that would be really cool. Just have like the characters just falling like to the bed or something bullshit like that, like it's out of Nightmare on Elm Street or something. Okay, so I feel like that story wallpaper would at least go with quite a few of the beds I want to do. Of course, we can go pink on pink. It's pink and pink. It's blush and bashful, mama. No, no, it's pink and pink. I mean, I kind of agree with Shirley. There is a difference between the two pinks. Blush and bashful are two different variations of pink. Very hard to see the variation, but there is a variation nonetheless. Alright, so yeah, unfortunately, that's gotta go. That leaves these four. Even though the canopy is cool on this one, I think the sheets themselves are a little too basic. I'm not 100% sure about this one. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm leaning more towards like Alice in Wonderland. 'Cause we also got the purple, and don't get me wrong, the purple looks good with those. I also think the red looks good with that bed too. Because we want to go all out. Especially if May the 4th is coming up and they're already starting to pre-release Star Wars stuff. Yeah, we need to make sure we get that 4K. Or at least a 25. We gotta do what we did this week, which was 25. Which I was very surprised by that score. Very, very surprised. Alright, remember how I said there's a difference between blush and bashful? There's also a difference between pink and red. Now, I may be colorblind, but I'm pretty sure that's a pink. That's a red. That's a pink. Granted, though, it does look good with that. But still, though, like, how can you say this is red? Red where? This ain't even an orange. That's a peach. Yes, there is a difference, by the way. There is a difference between orange and peach. Who is doing the color grading in this game? Yeah, I'm definitely feeling the Alice in Wonderland vibe, so let's go ahead, chunk all of that. Let's have some fun with this. Let's have some fun with this build. Alright, I need that wallpaper all around. Okay, flooring. Ugh. I mean, it's lovely, isn't it? Alright, that's nice. I will admit, though, I do like that. I do like that. Might be real hard to work with this, though, being that it's like an intense pattern. Let me see here. Got something a little bit more color friendly. No, I don't think we have anything that quite fits that dark border at the bottom. Alright, so we're either going to go with that or with this. This one may be a little tricky to work with, but I think it'll be alright. Alright, I think the game's messing with me now, because I swear to God, I keep thinking that I see a pattern on the wall. Yeah, I do. I do see a pattern on the wall. The game is gaslighting me. Alright. So now let's add some windows. And I'm about to say, where's the sunlight? On that side, okay. Alrighty, come on. That might be nice. Couple of those. A little fancy, but not feeling that. Too wide of a frame. Actually, grab that. Actually, no. Take that back. Alright. If it was darker, it would look great with that. But unfortunately, it's a white marble. Looks like I may have to go to Scrooge's real quick. And buy me the Alice in Wonderland door. Alright. And also while we're there, we'll pick up a couple other Alice in Wonderland things, quickly put the picture together, and then wrap up for today. Bring that over. Actually have you face that way. There we go. Alright, and of course we can sprinkle some bubbles around. Move the light over a bit. Like that. Move that one over. Okay, let me grab my bubbles. Oh, damn, I get that, like, pretty close. I want to try something, just real quick. I don't know how well this is going to work, but... I don't know. I mean, that's an interesting effect. It really is cool. And it does give a dreamlike feel to it, a dreamlike vibe. Kind of like that, actually. Yeah, let me see if I can... I'm definitely going to have to bring that back a bit, it seems like. Especially if I want to do maybe about right here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to bring that back probably just a few centimeters. Maybe there. Oh yeah, that works. Okay. I like that. A little distortion in time. Alright. So let me grab... Where's my chest at? Full of food. Some tea crumpets and stuff like that to put in the bubbles. Put by one. Transfer. That was pointless. Transfer. Alright. So split, drop, drop, drop. Oh. Oh, are you kidding me? I can't grab it off the damn rug. That is stupid. I couldn't grab it off the damn rug. Right there. Alright, let's stand over here and drop things then. Alright. And then one here. I hate to put it on the rug, but we'll grab it later. There we go. Tea everywhere. Alright, this doesn't look too bad at all. Let me bring that clock over a bit. And then I think that will do us. We got everything else that I kind of wanted. There we go. Okay, let me put like a plant or something back there on that dice. Oh, we got something fluffy. Seriously? I don't know, it's weird enough to be here. Alright, wonderful. Everything looks good. So now, let's go grab the most challenging part, which is going to be the Cheshire Cat. And then we'll be able to take our picture. And then we'll be able to wrap up for today. See, this is also why I started a little bit early, because I had a feeling that I was going to have to do some kind of craziness with my picture.
Are you going this way or that way?
I'm actually going this way, sir. Damn it, again, force of habit. Okay. So, wardrobe. Companions. Alright, do we have any kind of, like, sleek companions? Okay, we got Nana. I think Nana would be one of the better sleek companions, being that it was her whole job. Yeah, we'll just use Nana. Oh, poor Nana. Poor Nana. Poor Nana. What about poor dear old dad? Alright, luckily I already have some pajamas. Is it not in shorts? I thought it was. I guess we'll be in pants then. Because we also got the coat. Which I will admit, I like the coat. Shoes. Probably barefoot, but maybe we got some slippers or something we can wear. I don't know. I mean, I like them, but I don't think they go with this outfit. I think we may just have to go barefoot on this. Or actually, no. No, I forgot. We did have some shoes. Some little slippers. Forgot about these. Alright. Alrighty, and then hairstyle. Because, I mean, I already like this hairstyle. It's one of my favorite hairstyles. I will not deny that ever since I got this during the spooky star pad, it's just been my go-to hairstyle. Oh, don't be knocking shit over now. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and then... let's go with back. See if there's anything interesting in the back we could throw on. I mean, to be honest, I don't think there really is, being that this is supposed to be sleepwear. Yeah, I feel like we don't need anything in the back. Oh, so that's what that looks like. Huh. Interesting. Alright, I do know that there is an accessory I could grab. All right. All right, there we go. Definitely want some saturation in that. Not too much, though, because we don't want to get rid of too much of that dreamlike wonder. What about you, Robert? Have you gotten Pocahontas? And if so, have you been enjoying hanging out with her and stuff like that? Because I would say I've been quite enjoying her. She's been a real treat. Okay, yeah, bring that down. Highlights. Definitely brighten the character up. Definitely want those light blooms. All right, wonderful. Just in case. Turn touch of magic off. Just in case. I don't think there's a touch of magic in here, but just in case. Been burned way too many times by that. Like, oh my god, this is a fantastic picture. Take it. Submit. There's a touch of magic back there. Bitch, where? Now, if I do that, it cuts out Cheshire Cat, which I don't want to do. I may go with that one. I feel like the one in the top corner right there does us. All right. I think this looks good, people. Let's take a picture. Nana, look this way. Wonderful. I hate my life. Okay, I'm keeping that picture anyway. Get rid of this one. Why do we need a back piece? Why? Why? This is bedtime. Who's wearing shit on their back when they're going to bed? Sorry, it's just that aggravates the shit out of me. I did all that, and $20 says when I try to take this picture again, Cheshire Cat's not gonna cooperate. Because unfortunately, Nana's not cooperating, and I'm gonna be honest, I do not want to risk having to fight Chester Cat again. But unfortunately, I don't think Nana's gonna cooperate because of where I stood at. Nana's facing my back end. If she was literally turned the other way, this would be back again, a perfect damn bat piece. That makes no fucking sense. I'm just gonna be that person. It makes no sense for a bedtime photo to have a back piece. Just saying. That's fine. I guess we'll just use the pose. Back in the corner. At 24, bit of saturation. And highlights. I need to change the time of day. Right there. Okay. A little bit of highlights. Definitely want some more character lighting. I kind of like that pose there. We'll have to go with that pose. Yeah, I feel like that's probably the best pose we're gonna get. Well, I'm sorry Nana's not gonna be in this photo, everybody, but again, I'm not fighting Cheshire Cat. Alright, there we go. I like the smile. I like the grin. Alright, submit that one. Let's see if I could get... I'll try it one more time, because if I could really get Nana involved, that would be great. It's just one of those, it's really hard with Cheshire Cat, because he doesn't like... Yeah, Nana, could you, face this way? That would be grand. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Nana is going to want to cooperate. She literally wants to face every other direction but the one I want. Yeah, even if I got him back, she's just not wanting to cooperate. If it ain't one thing, it's another when it comes to the Dreamsnap photos. If it ain't the animals acting the fool, it's the people you're trying to get the picture with. Yeah. All right. Oh, we tried. Hopefully this does us pretty well. Again, I like my first initial photo I took. Because it had Nana in it, and I thought that was really cute. But unfortunately, Nana's just not wanting to cooperate. We had a fight with Cheshire Cat. I'm not fighting with Nana, especially after the whole back incident. Oh, God, I'm sorry. That just irks the shit out of me. It really, really does. But I think this looks good. This looks, pretty good. It looks very dreamlike. I like it. I think it looks great. Alright, Cheshire Cat, I really wish you were a little bit more simpler to work with. Now after all that fighting and everything, we could probably go ahead and start wrapping things up for today. Oh my god, again guys, I'm so sorry I wasted so much time yet again on my Dreamsnap photos, but I should have really read the back. I didn't even think about the back. I thought, it'd be alright not to have a back piece, no big deal. Being that, it's bedtime. No. Let's add a back piece, because everybody goes to sleep wearing book bags, wings. Yeah, that's a normal thing, right? I'm sorry, I'm gonna be hopping on that for the rest of the day. I'm sorry, that just irked the hell out of me. But let's go ahead and start wrapping things up for today. Oh, I hope everybody who has watched, is watching, will watch. I hope you enjoy. I hope everyone's fantastic, wonderful night. And guys, don't forget, if you're enjoying my Disney Dreamlight content or any of the other fun, fantastic things I do here on the channel, you know what to do. You know the per-usual drill and all that fun jazz. And hopefully I catch y'all on another fantastic and wonderful episode here on the channel.